Wow. Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Let's make sure that because it looks like that I'm not, my mic is not on. And I know it is. So we will be getting started in just a minute. Okay. Hello, hello, hello. I'm making sure that you can hear me. Sounds like you can. My mic is coming through. So I'm going to. Hey, everybody. Just throwing a little music in there, kind of open up the situation here. I love this. I swear I love this song. I swear I do. Let me fix this light. Yes, y'all. So, good evening. Good evening, everybody. This is Stephanie from Gias Designz. If you didn't know, today we have a live coming on. And guess what it is? It's part of the series that we have been going through, which is the Back to School Profit Lab. And that Back to School Profit Lab, you all has 4 parts, right? But guess what? Today we have 3 uh, that has had 3 lives that we've had already. And this is the last of our series. I was trying to see if I can get my partner in, but hey, we take what we can get right now. So I can see that we have qualities in the house. Thank you for showing up. I think I saw Katrina's Creations. I know that we are all everywhere. I really appreciate each and every one of you that have come in. And I just wanted to just take that time out to just thank you for coming in, okay? So without further ado, I'm not going to sit and wait and just cause a problem again. I want to welcome you all for coming in for the today's live. And wait a minute, let me change this. Let me change a little something here. Okay? There we go. That looks a little bit better, I think. Okay, so just to let you know, again, I'm gonna introduce myself again. Okay, and as I stated, I am Stephanie. I don't want to say my name Gia. It is Gia, but it's not Gia to me. It's Gia to my grandchildren. They were the ones that gave me that name. That's not something that I asked for. I want to come back to tell you that this was not planned on me. I'm gonna tell you, it just was not planned. They were supposed to call me grandma without the ARAND. They were supposed to call me Gma. And the first one that I had, she actually started calling me Gia because she couldn't say Gma. And that happened. And now we are at the point of looky here. That's who I am now. I am Gia, and I've been going with Gia for a long time. So I just wanted to bring that information out and let you know what that is, okay? Now, right now, I don't know what's going on with my computer, but I know that there's something going wrong and I don't understand what it is just yet, but it's okay. I'm going to keep moving on, right? And so, getting back to what we were talking about as far as our back to school series. Um, the back to school series, we started out with number one. The first one was to design. The second one was to create the designs and make it into several projects, right? So what we did was we took our designs and we changed it from just one design and we made it to go into several projects, which was like your we did backpacks, we did other things like we also did composition books. Um, we did some other things, but they were basically one design, moved that one design, and we made it go into several designs. Now, I don't know why I'm having this problem, but I'm going to. Okay, well, whatever it is. Okay, so but okay, so week one we did the design. Number two, we multiplied the products. Like I said, we did several products, which was including your glues, your crayons, and other things. We did mock-ups that we used for our back to school supplies, right? After we did that, the next thing we did was we learned who our customer was. And this that training was different because we went into more of who was our customer, not just on a small level, but we also went into who was our customer on a larger level. So in other words, we went from the parents, the family members, friends that bought for school for our students to those events that would give things to our students. And what did we talk about when we talked about those things that were given? We talked about the fact that if you had, say, first number one, you have a back to school event. You're not just dealing with the customer on the level of being that one person, which is the parents, grandparents, or whoever is buying for our youth that's in school. But it went on to a grander level, right? Went to a grander level. And when you went to that grander level, you were talking about not just going towards the school supplies, but in bulk. And how do you go into bulk? Uh, there you go. And how do you bring them in? Okay, Tracy, I don't know what's going on that I can't keep you, but let's try it. I don't know what's going on that I cannot bring my person in. So I need to try again. Try again. I know I sent you the thing several times, but anyway, getting back to what I was saying. What happened was we went to dealing with back to school events, which includes like your barbecues, it includes your block clubs, it includes your community events, because a lot of times you have communities that are giving these events, and when they try to give these events, What they do is they are the persons that we are, or the persons or the events that we are dealing with. What are we marketing to? We're not just marketing to a parent, we're marketing to on a grander scale. Okay. Now, let me see if that works. I'm going to just go ahead and kind of make this a little bit easier to deal with, but it looks like I'm having a problem. There we go. Next, after we dealt with that, we found our customer, we marketed to our customer, we brought up them on a grand scale, right? They are on a grand scale. Not only are you marketing to them to do the giveaways, but you're marketing to them to brand the event, right? You're branding that event. And when you brand that event, you actually have the event coordinators that you're branding along with the back to school items, right? Because if I am, say I'm a public figure, if I'm a public figure, y'all, and I'm gonna jump up and I'm gonna have a community event for the youth that's in my constituency, that branding kind of changes, right? The branding changes because you're not just branding to get out those back to school items, but you're branding to get that name out for the person that is giving it. So if I am that public figure, say I'm the mayor. I don't know why I always say the mayor, but hey, I'm the mayor. Right. I'm the mayor, and I'm doing I'm doing a back to school event. I want my kids to have some things. Okay, here we go. Let me see if I can add her to the stage. I think we got Traci. So we're bringing her in, and I'm just gonna, because she's gonna do some taking over. I don't know if she knows that she's doing some taking over, but I'm gonna continue until her computer comes up. There go my partner. Hello, Traci.
Hello, Gia.
How are you? So anyway, but
Frustrated.
it's okay. We're gonna move. We're gonna keep moving. So I'm just going through week 3, I think, and then we're gonna start going into introducing ourselves and stuff like that. So I'm just at the week 3. We were again. I was speaking on the fact that we found our customer. We're bringing up the fact that you're not just there's some background in your what you call, I don't know what the noise is, but not only are you
I'll cut my
okay, not only are you marketing to that, but you're marketing to the mayor, who is the person that's giving that. If it's a church, you're going to be marketing to the church also with marketing to the youth. You'll probably be putting their logo on their back to school items, but you're also bringing in the youth into that branding and also bringing that youth into the marketing. You are not excluding anybody. You are actually adding to that market, right? And we're, like we said last week, we're not just working with that piece of a pie. We're working with a whole pie. Okay. So working with that pie, that's what we talked about for week 3, right? Because we've already made our products, we're already marketing them, and now we are speaking on what? We start out with the pricing, y'all, because guess what? Sometimes we don't know what we're doing when we're pricing. And guess what? Don't feel that I have not fallen to this same trap, because I have marketed myself and put myself out there and pretty much gave away some products because I allowed other things to come into the influence of my pricing instead of me bringing my pricing on what it's supposed to be. So we're going to learn how to get rid of that noise. You know how they tell us that if you hear something outside of what you're supposed to be dealing with, That's that noise that's on the outside. We're gonna get rid of that noise because that noise ain't helping us at all, especially now with profiting. And like I have a coach that tells me you're gonna be the little nonprofit if you don't stop doing what other people are doing or doing what they expect from you or what they call themselves shamming you with. So we're gonna talk about pricing today, right? Okay, so let's go back. And now that I have my partner here, I just want to introduce myself again. My name is Stephanie. I'm the owner and the face behind Gias Designz, where I help designer and not designers, well, our crafters, those young and busy crafters, and those seasoned age crafters that are maybe in their 40s, 50s, and 60s that feel like they're left behind by fast-paced classes. I'm here to help them and teach them to design, market, and do what they want with their products that they make. So say you want to be that person that is just doing it for your children, or you want to be that one that's doing it for your grandchildren, or you want to do it for the people, the kids that you know, then you do that. But if you want to take it to that next scale where you start to sell and you start to market your products, that's what I'm here for. And I'm not going to do, we're not doing this to do it in a speed lane. We're doing it to make it where we're not leaving anybody behind, where no one will feel like they're ostracized. So that's what we're here for. And that is what Gias Designz is about. And now we can introduce my partner. Go ahead. Is she frozen? Looks like she's frozen, y'all. Okay, there you go. Traci, can you hear us now? You got to turn on your mic.
Wait a minute. It's
Now,
going in and out.
yeah. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hey everybody, I'm Traci Davis, Grimes Davis. The founder and creator of Ka-Otic Kreationz. And I'm here to assist and help the older, seasoned, the same as Stephanie, um, get familiar with using the computer and using Canva and AI designs. It's not hard, but we'll take you by the hand and lead you. If you have questions, ask questions.
That's what
If
we're
not,
here.
take off. That's what we're here for. We
All
had to
right.
learn at some point in time. Now it's your time. Let's get to it.
Okay. So now that we have introduced ourselves, and just to kind of give us a warmer, um, Traci is going to take the wheel this time, and Traci is going to bring us information that we have not talked about. She's going to go into her teaching in not just Canva, but also it will be more so by her prompts and stuff like that. So she's going to give us another piece that we can use to throw out there to our clients. So go ahead, Traci, you take it away, and I'm gonna take myself from the which one?
Let me pull up a prompt and put it in the chat. Y'all bear with me because my computer be doing different stuff. It's like a man. Today, come on. I'm still here. I'm just getting pulling up my so I can Y'all bear with me. Like I said, my computer's doing something totally different. And all days are gonna run slow. I've had a long day. And I come home and my computer don't want to act right. That's not it. I'm still here. I'm just getting the chat.
Well, let me
The
know when you.
right. Okay.
I think we have Katrina's Creations Lab in the house. Hey,
Hi,
Katrina.
Katrina.
I don't know if you got a chance to say hello to Qualities. We thank you, Qualities.
Qualities. Thank y'all. How are y'all today?
You want me to get started with the lesson while you pulling it up, and just let me know where you are when your
Please.
comes up. Okay. All right. So let's go.
Please.
That's okay. That's what we're here for. We want to make sure. I'm just look that if it wasn't from somebody called Katrina's Creations Lab, I wouldn't have the little
Okay.
information that I have either. So hey, thank you again, Katrina's Creations Lab. Wait a minute. Where my hold on. Let me see if I can clack a little something. Wait a minute. Wrong way. Wait a minute. Can you hear it, Katrina? Can you hear it?
I can hear it.
You can hear it. All right. So, because Katrina knows she be throwing that out there. I'm gonna have me something. I'm gonna give me a cowbell or something. Okay. So we're gonna keep going while my partner is pulling that information up. So let's go into the to the main things that's causing us problems when we're charging. Okay. And again, we have to make sure that we are definitely not listening to that noise on the outside, y'all. Because if we continue to listen to that noise, we are going to be the little nonprofit where we ain't profiting, where we're giving up the little money that we have. So we have to make sure that we're taking care of some of the business and things that comes up that we need to take care of. So the first thing that we need to address is what scares us. What scares us about pricing? Because good and well you shouldn't be pricing as low as sometimes as you do. But what scares you about it? And I know a lot of the things that I kind of did a little research on it, and one of the things that they say that we as crafters, we choose to ignore some of those signs and listening to that noise on the outside. They said one of the things that we do is that we are scared about our pricing due to thinking that we'll lose a customer. Okay. You feel that they won't buy it if you charge them what you deserve. Not only what you deserve, but when we go into what you have to charge for, you're going to see it's not just what you deserve, but it's what is in demand. Okay. You think that you'll lose customers. You think that you're too new. I know a lot of times I think I'm new, but I'm not that new. As they say, I may be new, but I ain't nobody's new fool. I'm not nobody's old fool either. Okay. But again, and then you turn around, stop, Tracy, don't laugh because you're making me laugh. Okay. And you turn, but seriously, and I'm not saying that to be nasty, you all, but sometimes we have to look at those things and reiterate into our minds what's going on and why we're allowing people to teach us or tell us something that we know is not working. Okay. So and then another thing that actually comes into mind this is what the studies say is that we listen to family, and family will always try to get you Did you hear that, Tracy? Family will always try to get you to lower your price. Now, don't get me wrong, you all. Sometimes we have family that is on point. We have friends that are on point. We have associates that are on point. Whereas some may say, hey, what's my discount? But then we have those others that's going to straight up say, no, this is a business, baby. You can't make no money doing that. So we have to listen to the right thing instead of listening to that noise. You better hear what's out there and what's real. And we're going to go into exactly what it is that we have to do to come up with a good price. So, um, one of the reasons why we don't do what we're supposed to do with our prices is because we have a confidence problem. Okay. And I think we all have had that situation where we felt that our pricing should reflect our confidence, but we have to put that to the side. And when you're pricing, you have to reflect your value. Did y'all hear me say that? You have to reflect your value, because your value attracts your customers. They are the ones that's going to appreciate you. But you have to reflect it. When you're doing all of these things that you're doing, you're actually putting yourself out there. And we're not even going to talk about all the things that we have to charge people for. And I'm going to go into that a little bit more as we go into this lesson. And it's not going to be a forever lesson, because we still want to give you a little bit more of the easy stuff to deal with. Okay. So, a teaching point: people don't buy because something is cheap, y'all. That's just straight up on the real. People don't buy because something is cheap. People buy because something is valuable. I think we need to say that again. People buy because something is valuable. And if they came to you and asked you for something, it must be some value in what they had, what you have, that they're trying to get you to come down on your price on. Remember, they're not going to come to you if there is no value there, because they can go down to Miss New Queen or Miss New King, and you can listen to Miss New King and New Queen, and they can give you whatever you want. But the thing is, are you giving it to them, or coming out of your pocket to give them something that you know that you have worked hard on? I said it. I sure did. I said it because it's real, y'all. We deserve more than what we're asking for. Don't laugh at me, Tracy. I'm trying to be professional here. Okay. You muted. Let me unmute you. Okay, go ahead. I don't know what happened, but okay, I don't know what happened. You got to unmute your mic. Okay. I can't hear you. Okay, so let's go into the next piece.
I was saying,
Uh-huh.
I was saying that, you're right. Some people just like to take advantage
Exactly.
and get over.
Exactly. Say it again, Tracy.
They like to take advantage and get over.
Amen. And you know it. So let's keep going. All right, so we're going to talk about that. People they buy because something is valuable. And remember, if they coming to you and trying to bring down your prices, something valuable that they want for less than what they are, not less than what they're willing to pay, but less than what they're willing to give you, or what they're trying to talk you down on. And I'm going to tell you how you can deal with that also as we go into that. So, what do we pay? What do we price for? What do we price for, y'all? Okay, and I think this is where I got a slide at. So here I go with. Let me go in here and let me see if I can add this. Can you see my screen? Can you see
Yes.
it? See, okay.
Yes.
So the main thing you have to remember, and this isn't everything, okay? But these are some of the things that you have to understand that you are adding to your pricing. These are the things that you're adding to your pricing. And some of the stuff that you have to add into that is not even in there. So let's not even start talking about our materials. Usually that's the only thing that you want to bring up is your material, right? You're talking about the vinyl, you're talking about your ink, you're talking about your paper, you're talking about your other paper. And when you get through with that, you got to deal with your let's not even talk about all the tape that we use when we are sublimating, right? You got that. You're talking about your packaging, your shipping, and not just the packaging, y'all. Because for you to ship, do you know how much stuff you have to put together to get that out there? Okay. Can you do it without grabbing those envelopes? And if you're branding correctly, as my branding coach taught me, you are going to put something on there to make sure that they understand who you are. If you're putting out, if say you put some money into your packaging and you go out and you go to Arts Ed or whatever it may be. It's not Arts Ed. I can't even think of the name of the place. And you get your brand, you get your brand put on your packaging. Say you have your little bubble envelopes that you have. You're spending money to have that done, right? Because you want to have something nice for your clientele. And we're not going to call them customers. We're going to call them clientele because we're trying to keep people for a lifetime. Those things cost money. You putting a sticker on there. That sticker didn't come from nowhere. You had to buy some sticker paper. You had to get some ink. You had to throw all that together. You had to take your time out, and you had to design. We ain't even gonna talk about how many times you designed before you put something into a package. Okay. Now that's just the materials. Let's go into the equipment. We got a printer. You know that thing that get your whole house hot when you don't
Yeah.
want that heat press, right? You turn around, you do a heat press, you have that heat press on, and you are making your whole house. And then, especially when you're talking about this time of year, when you get to putting that heat press on this time of year, it's 100 and some degrees, right? We are in Texas. That is serious money that we putting out there because that heat press is going against that air conditioning, and depending on where your office is, you are spending money because that
Yep.
you have to go over what you have put out there, right? You're not talking about those cutters that you're using. You got more than one cutter. You have your cutters that you make with you have when you do your notebooks. You have when you do your planners. All of these things cost money. We're not talking about the computer and the software. God knows we don't even want to bring up how much money you spend on your software, right? Because unless you're a teacher or admin or something to that effect in school systems, you have to pay for your what do we use? What we call it, Canva. Some of us are using other things,
You have to
right?
use the pay for the apps and the streaming platforms and
Yes, yeah. We're not even talking about those. Look at the chat GPTs that we're going with, and if the chat don't want to act right, then we got to go to our what's the other one that we go, Gemini, okay, and
Gemini, Claude.
Claude and all everything else to go along with that. And then we turn around and guess what? We ain't even gonna talk about the fact that you have some type of regular software. What about Microsoft Office? A lot of us have an office, which we call it, if we want um, a better platform to do our stuff on. We're not just doing these designs. We're also doing spreadsheets. We're doing a lot of things that is getting us to that next phase, right? You have your emails that you have to do. If you're turning around and you're doing more with your emails and you're trying to go into these bots to make sure that you have, that's some more money that you're spending. We're not even touching the surface of the things that we have to do with our money to get this stuff to our clientele. How about your time? When was the last time you thought about how much time you have? Okay. Never mind the time that you are spending and you should be getting a salary on for doing this, because ain't nobody going to work on nobody else's job for free. So why should I go and work after I get off work to work for free again? When you taking time away from your family life, you're taking time away from your life that you're trying to have, as you know, if you want to spend some time with loved ones or just having some fun. How many times we had to say that we can't come to a function because we have things that we need to do for our business? We are investing in our business. That costs money, y'all. And if you don't remember, if you don't realize it, we are losing time with our own family, because like right now, I'm fighting with my child. She want me to come to visit with them so that I can come down and spend some time and babysit. Not that I don't love babysitting my grandbabies, because they're not near me. But the fact is, if I have an event coming up, like say I got a workshop that I was coming up, and it's during that same time that I could be spending that time with them because there's something that's going on, I'm losing that time that, especially with me being a grandmother, I'm losing that time with them that I can be investing before they get to a certain age. My oldest granddaughter, she ain't got time for me. She in her late teens now. So a lot of that time has passed. How much time have I lost with that? Okay. Let's go on with the things. So I talked about the pressing, the cutting, and all this other stuff. You're doing time with that. When you're assembling, you jumping up and you doing these like with them graduation stoves, and when you're doing those basketballs and stuff like that. How much time are you taking to press this stuff onto these things before we can say we got it done and move on to the next phase, before we can even, or hey, we ain't even gonna talk about the fact that sometimes you gotta even have drying time after you get through. Guess what? That's your time, because you gotta wait until it happens before you move on to the next piece. I don't want to go into this too much, but I could talk about this forever as far as your time, your communication time that you need to spend with your clients so that you can deliver your information to them properly. That's time, that communication time. You see what I'm saying? So let's go into those business expenses. Boom. You talking about some serious stuff, right? You got your electricity, you got your internet, the subscription that you're paying for. We ain't even gonna talk about that website, all of the funnels that we have going through our websites, right? When you're going into your marketing, that's money. And then you're going into your insurance. And one of the things that they have not stated in here when it's talking about that business expenses, a lot of us, not just the subscriptions, but we are in classes that we are taking outside of the subscriptions that we have, right? So with
Your
all
house
these,
is an expense.
exactly. Baby, you're talking about the electricity, internet, the subscriptions, all that other stuff. These are the things that's going, your cell phone. Guess what? That cell phone is part of your business.
Your house is part of
There
your
you go.
business.
Exactly.
You still got to eat.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're not even talking about getting to that part of after we do, but these are the things that goes into your pricing. That's what I'm saying. Your business, and the last thing that I'm going to talk about on this piece here is your business should make money, not just survive, y'all. It should not just survive. It should be making money. Okay. Oops. Did I get okay? Let
You
me
okay?
okay in the show. Okay. So now um we're back on that. All right. So these are some of the things that we were talking about as far as your pricing. Okay. So that would go into the things that I was saying: your business expenses, your time, your equipment, and your materials. Right. Okay. And that's just some of those things. So if your calculator says you made $7 after working 4 hours, okay, if it says that you make $7, $10 after you worked 4 hours, you only made $2 now. All right. That's not profit, baby. That's punishment. It is.
Yeah, you're selling yourself short.
There you go. So let's go into the next segment, right? So what do we want to talk about now? We want to talk about the fact of us, how are we selling? Okay, because I've already told you all what has to go into your prices and your profit. I can't tell you how much money to charge for your stuff. You have to look at all of these things, and when you go into that calculating, you saying, I spent this much money for that. I need you to go figure out what's best. Okay. So don't say, as we are now starting to sell our products, we want to say sell our results instead of selling the product, right? We talked about that last week. So we're not going to say that we are selling personalized backpacks. Absolutely not. That's not what we're selling. What you are going to say is that you are here to give your child a coordinated first day they'll never forget. All right. Don't say water bottle. Don't say that. Okay, because you're saying to the teachers, look, I can give you something that will help you not to have to return bottles to the right students, because they'll keep up with their own stuff. These are the problems that you are addressing and the needs that you are serving, because you're serving a need. Not only are you making your products, but you're serving a need. uh, um, don't say that you got a personalized notebook. Build confidence before your child even walks in the classroom when you have that book, when it's got his stuff on it. Okay, so people remember how your product makes them feel. That's something that we have to think about. They make you feel a certain way. And remember, there's a lot of things your child may go through, a child may go through going to that school. It Can you imagine if you have something that's personalized for them that makes them feel just that much better? Because if they don't have it on the inside of that school, at least they know that you care enough to give them more, right? Um, uh, I cannot talk right now. So I'm sorry, y'all. I have to let her know that I gotta call her back. Okay, so all right, because that's one of my senior sorors. I cannot ignore her. I'm gonna call her back. All right, so all right. Now, one of the things that they want to talk about is that the different types of customers. Again, we talked about that last week. We're talking about it this week, but I'm gonna fly through it really quick because it's something that I push last week, right? Parents want convenience. They want convenience. They want those bundles so that they won't have to go outside of you after they bought what they need to buy, right? So you need to give them bundles. You need to make sure that you're personalizing them things for their students. You want to make sure that you're saving them time. That's what you're going to be pushing for your parents and for your loved ones that's buying for your parents, right? Churches, what do they need? They want quantity, they want consistency, they want organization. Can you imagine if you have everything instead of them actually pulling from everybody, where everybody is just bring stuff, and then sister so and so ain't bringing hers in until it's time for you to be passing the stuff out. They want everything to be organized and done in a how they say, in decency and in order, right? So they want to make sure that they have those deadlines set, and they also want professionalism and communication. So those are the things that we're going to be giving to our churches, right? What are the needs of our school? The needs of our school is dependability. Because when you're marketing to our schools and you're selling to our schools, you want to make sure that you have your bags ready. You have them sitting there like, oh, here you walking in early. You're giving them what they asked for. You throw them a little bone. I always say, throw them a little bone, y'all. Give them a little something to sit on their desk when they get through. They'll remember that. Right? They also want to make sure that their policies are met. okay? Because you have those policies and you want to make sure that you are not doing anything outside of the guidelines of their school. In other words, you're asking, what is it that I need to do to ensure that I can use that logo? What is it that you do not want done with that logo? What is it that you want to make sure that I do not do as I am working for you? These are the things that you want to make sure that you're doing. And they want coordination. That's dealing with that next piece. One of the last pieces, I think, is the fact that you want to deal with those businesses. This is where you go into your businesses that are, they may not own or have, well, they own their business, but they may not have giveaways, but they may be contributing to the giveaways, right? So say I'm a business and I'm a business that's in the community and I want to give back to the community. Then maybe they come and ask me, can I give so many bags, I mean book bags or whatever I may be giving, right? If they ask me that, I need to make sure that I'm branding that business. They want brand recognition and they stuff. Don't you ever think that they just giving it on GP? Yes, they gonna give it to you because they feel that they owe it to the community. But do remember that you have to put their name in there. You got to make sure that they stuff look good. So you're gonna make sure that their recognition for their brand is on point. Don't forget that part, y'all. Don't forget that part. They want to make sure that they have that community visibility. That goes with the branding. That goes with the fact that if you give them their stuff that they need to have on time, where they're there and they can give it out, or they can get that little photo op. This is what it's all about, y'all. They want to make sure they can get that photo op to show that they there and they've been there. Let's make sure that we're doing that. So that marketing value is also there in that professional presentation. You want to make sure you're on time and you make sure that you try to get it there early. Okay. Now, a church. I already went through this church. Why do we keep on coming up, up, up? A church isn't buying 100 water bottles. They're buying a successful event. Y'all, I'm not lying. This ain't nothing I'm not lying about. Okay. They want a successful event, right? Because you might have, let me not say those words that I usually say. They may not, a little junior, is that a better way of saying it? Okay. Little junior may be coming, and little junior may be the worst little children they have in their little Sunday school and during church, and their mama, you can't find them no time during the time that they supposed to be trying to come and get them. And here you got little junior who acted like little junior, right? Little junior gonna act like little junior. Y'all, we just have to face it just the way it is. Little junior gonna be little junior. So this might be one of those times the little junior might just act a little bit better. And it's the truth. Because he's looking forward to his stuff. And if you don't give him his stuff right away, he's going to be on point and going crazy. But the thing is that you're going to be having something that is going to be successful. These are the times that our youth are acting better because they know that they got something coming. Okay? Successful events is due to us doing what we need to do so that our clients can do what they need to do. Boom. Segment 5 of our thing is building profitable bundles. Bundles, y'all, is the only way to do it. I'm sorry, I'm not saying that you can't make money if it's not bundled, but baby, you ain't got to work so hard to get there. That helps. It helps a whole lot. So if you do that, you offer the bundles. You start out with like a small bundle. You're going to have several bundles, right? So if you turn around, say you got, somebody that's only giving so much, you got a water bottle, a pencil pouch, and a backpack tag. Or a backpack, because usually that's the main thing that we give out now, right? Okay, so you have those things, and it seems like somebody else has come in. And I'm going to acknowledge you in a second. If you have that water bottle, the pencil pouch in the backpack or the backpack tag, that is like a little starter bundle. It's giving you value. We're not saying that it's cheap. No, it's giving value. Those things give value. Even if you don't get nothing but a couple of pencils and a tag to put on the backpack or whatever, and a little bag with goodies in it. Guess what? That's value. I don't care what nobody say. You get something free, that's some value. Do what we have to do, okay? Let's say offer number 2. We're going to do something now where you can give a little bit more. Offer number 2 will be like, we're going to call that first day ready collection, right? We get that collection going, what we going to have for them? So, on your collection, you're going to have a backpack, you're going to have a lunch bag, you're going to have a notebook with something on it. You're going to have a water bottle, pencil pouch, sticker sheet. Don't forget those sticker sheets, because them girls love them sticker sheets, y'all, okay? And the sticker sheet and the backpack tag. That
Even
is,
like them when they got boys on them and
baby.
butterflies.
But when they at church, you can't show them that part. But you got to have that for them. Let's just say what it is.
We'll just give them some hearts, some butterflies, some stars, some rainbows.
Yeah, and some other stuff like that. Those things that they like to have, or something that is more. Say we have our African American children. We want to brand our African Americans. Let them have a sense of identity. We have Latinas in our area. Why not have some stickers for Latinas? Give them that sense of identity so that they know that it's something that is like them. Do not ignore that. Okay. What else do we have? The identity of boys. Boys, I don't know why boys ain't doing like they used to do when I was a kid with the marbles and all that other stuff. My grandson, he gonna go and flap up some dirt and throw some rocks and stuff like that. But things that they like. Now, he loves trucks. I don't care what it is. If it's a car, if these kids are into cars, have something that they identify with. Put it on a sticker, baby. And stickers they are easy to do, and they don't cost that much money, right? Sticker sheet, backpack to backpack tags. Okay. I don't want to go into all of the things, but give our children some sense of identity when you push in these products that you want to give to these organizations, and add to their branding, so that they can say they will remember those things. Don't forget those sticker sheets, y'all. So, okay. So that's number 2. So that would be an offer number 2. Let me give you an example of offer number 3. Now, offer number 3 will probably go to a community organization. It'll go to somebody that'll be good for them, right? So let's just say this. You have this community celebration. What are you going to push towards to the people that you are branding to? You are branding, you are marketing, and you're letting them know. We can give them. All right, offer number 3. You can have a package where it'll be, no, I forgot to tell y'all what it's called. It's called the Community Celebration Package. Ain't that the sweetest thing in the world? The Community Celebration Package can have bulk water bottles. Now, we're just talking about bulk snack bags, right? Event signage.
Treat bags.
There you go. And put that name of that event on there. That event signage is important. Supply bags, volunteer shirts. Don't forget the people that's there that's giving it. There's that branding, and you're not just branding for those youth, but you're branding for the whole situation. And
they can also have name tags.
Exactly. Absolutely. The volunteer shirts and the registration items. You want to make sure that branding signage, that event signage is there. So what am I saying when I say event signage? You're making sure that the event states the event. So back to school holiday celebration.
And sign-in sheets.
And you're going to have all of that. You're going to state who's giving it. You're going to state what holiday it is and who's doing it. So in other words, and if it's a group, so say You have several event planners, and not necessarily planners, but event uh, um, corporations or businesses that are
Sponsors.
giving it. You're adding in each and every person that's on there. Okay, that is your community celebration package. All right. So the teaching. So sometimes, and this was something I didn't know. I'm gonna tell you. When I was trying to figure out what I was gonna do for my grandchildren, and my daughter told me that they school had gets the school supplies, that just blew my whole mind.
They
But
do.
see that was that's after my time. Okay. So the teaching point is the bundles, which increase the average order. You're going to come in, let them know about the satisfaction that you will be bringing, okay? And you're going to give them within everything and always give them the value. Let them know, yes, I can give you this and I can give you that. But if I give you um school supplies that has your school's name on it, and I give you the little bundles, or say you even give some type of affirmation cards or something that you can give those youth. Like I said, those stickers, baby, can be some of the best things in the world. You're giving them not just a perceived value, but you're giving them a real value. And when you give it to them, you let them know the profit that they will be saving. Okay, now let's get into some other things. What customers pay for, right? They pay for, they don't pay for
Quality.
vinyl. They don't pay for paper. They don't pay for ink, y'all. They pay for, say it again, Tracy,
Quality.
quality. they pay
Attentiveness.
uh-huh. They give you convenience. They give you confidence. They give you customization. They give you experience. They want all of these things. They are paying for professionalism, this time that they are saving because they're not going from one place to place trying to get all of the things that you can give them at one time. They're giving you quality. They want quality and they want memories. You got anything else that you want to add, Tracy?
No,
Okay.
that's it. Because
Okay.
they want to be able to remember it, and it
Exactly.
gives them a sense of that somebody actually cares.
Exactly. So you have that. And then, so another thing that we have to remember, y'all, okay, this is the most important piece here. Don't compete with Walmart.
Don't compete with
Don't
any of
compete
them.
don't compete with Walmart. This will become one of the strongest points in the lesson. Okay. People say, Walmart got backpacks. Now see, you can't act like me because the first thing I want to say is, in my
I,
non-business mind, in my
I,
non-business mind, I ain't even gonna say what I want to
I,
say in my
uh-uh.
non-business, but in my business mind, I would have to say yes. Walmart has backpacks, right? But Walmart doesn't have your student's name on it.
No.
Walmart does not
Customization.
exactly. Walmart does not have matching products. Walmart does not have coordinating school color products. They're not going to have all of these things. They are not, Walmart does not, and keep on adding what, don't just say add the things that they don't have. Keep on saying Walmart with it. Walmart does not have personalization. Walmart does not have coordinated
Walmart does
gifts.
not have us.
Hey, now that's the real piece right there. But we're gonna leave that part alone. Okay. But that's the real piece. They don't have what you want. Yes, you can go to Walmart. Don't get me wrong. And sometimes our best bet is to move our people to Walmart. But give them the value before you send them to Walmart. Give them the value. They do not have community relationships. Walmart is going to sell you something. They're going to say they give to the community, but they do not. Okay. So you are not competing with Walmart at all, and you're competing with the ordinary. All right. So segment 8, teaching the framework. Do good, better, and faster. You know what I mean? Good, better, and best. We are not saying low value, high value. Okay? Do not do that. Good value, a better value would be, and your best value would be. This is how we market that. Good value, better value, the best value there is. Okay. That is just straight up one thing. In other words, you can have your highest value, your highest profit, right? But most people buy the middle. And the middle is usually like right in between. It's like you're not spending so much money, but you're saving some, because each bundle gives you more savings because you're adding a little bit more price off when you're giving more, right? So it's just you get more savings each time you go up, and that's what you want to market, not the fact that this is cheaper, but it's not as much of a savings as if you would go to the middle bundle, which gives you more savings. If you buy the biggest bundle, you will have the most savings. That's what we buy. That's how we look. We're marketing that. We're marketing that price. We're saying that you're not saying, oh, well, I got something cheaper for you. No, if it's something they say, oh, but that's a little bit too steep for my pocket. Okay, sis, or okay, I understand. But I have another bundle that I can sell you. You won't save as much, but there will be a saving still that's not as expensive. Does that not sound better? That's what I thought. So boy, it take a lot out of me because I'm the queen to be like, honey, but that's in my non-business mind. Sometimes we got to put our non-business mind to the side, okay? And we're almost done, y'all. Okay, your marketing strategy should also match your price. Okay, again, luxury presentation creates luxury expectations. These are things that I know you sure, but we need to say it so it can go into your heartstring. Okay, show professional mock-ups, y'all. Take your time and make sure those mock-ups are showing what you can do. Okay, and again, you go into those smaller packages that are for our youth, that is coming from grandma and grandpa and all them other ones, you can do more of a personalization on those than you can on those that are going into say our community events, our church events, because you're not going to be trying to match up their face or whatever it may be. Okay, all right, so branding colors, these are the things that you want to make sure that you add your branding colors. Consistency with your logo after you make sure that you have the okay to use it. Anytime you have something, make sure that if it's like something that you have sold and the event is successful and you have pushed to make sure, show up to those events. Don't just drop that stuff off. Show up, ask them, is there anything that you could do to make the event, not necessarily to be working the event, and sometimes you can, but how about what can I do to make it easier for you to give out your products? If it's something that I can do before I go. Now, don't let them pull you into some stuff because you working all day. But what is it that I can do to make it easier for you as I give you these things? If it's something that's easy, handle it for them. Okay. All right. So consistent logos, after you get all of these things, if you put in just a little bit more, you can get that testimonial, right? Now, ask them for that testimonial, and let them know that you want them to remember you, so when they come back, for next year, or any other event that you may have, you may think of my business to serve your needs. Again, what are we doing? Not selling, serving needs. That's what we're doing. Okay? We're serving those needs. Okay? Ask them for a testimonial. if they not doing it, or even just videos or pictures that they can place on social media or on their website and tag the fact that, thank you to so and so for doing such and such. And those things can give you a little bit more money later on. You can say, you give that, we can give you a certain amount of money off if you put that on your website and you tag me if it goes into your into a social media, what you call it, because it's not going to help if it's just on that thing. Okay. All right. So if your Facebook or your Instagram or anything else like that looks like chaos, don't expect luxury prices. I'm sorry, that's just not one of those things that's happening.
So you
um
talking about my page, huh?
Everybody talk about nobody page.
When you said chaos,
That's all of us. We all, but they say some good things about our chaos. So, you sitting over there and you coming across really good right about now.
really?
Yeah, your what you call it coming by really good. So anyway, all right. So let's talk about some mistakes, and then we'll be almost done. Talk about some mistakes that can happen. All right, and the 10 most common mistakes. I think I went through these last week. But the 10 most common mistakes: pricing from emotion. We talked about this. I don't have to go through that anymore. Copying another crafter. Be careful when you're using the same graphics as another crafter because it looks like you're just copying the crafter. And it doesn't say, it could be your original and somebody else used it. But guess what they're going to say? They're going to say, they're using so and so's. I just saw that because it was the first thing that they saw. The next
Mm-hmm.
thing, forgetting business expenses. Do not go without adding your business expenses. Never increasing your prices. If stuff goes up, you all, um, you're gonna have to. I mean, you may give them a dime, 5 cents, something like that. But after it goes up, and it's a certain amount of time that you've actually ignored prices going up, you need to be acting up and trying to catch up. Okay, working harder instead of working smarter. Working harder instead of working smarter. You can't do that. The biggest mistake you can do is no bundles. No bundles. You're gonna make money. It's just you're gonna be working harder, not working smarter. Your bundles is your smarter. Discounting too quickly. Make them work for them discounts. I'm not just giving you a discount. How about this? You do an order of a certain amount of money, not just saying you order something and you spent, well, I don't do nothing less than $25. But if you spent less than $25 or $25, what makes you think that I'm going to give you a discount when you haven't even taken care of your business?
Wow.
$25 is the least that you can give, right?
Wow.
So discounting before you get value from someone can kind of mess you up. I ain't even gonna talk about not asking for deposits.
And they're not. They're retainers,
Absolutely. Because
and
we
we
don't
won't
give
have.
deposits. Because anytime you do a custom service, which is what we do as crafters, you shouldn't be giving nothing back. As a matter of fact, you shouldn't even start on nothing until they pay up completely. I'm gonna tell you straight up on the real. If they pay up completely and they don't get their order, it ain't gonna hurt you because you got your money.
Yes.
Okay. If they give you half and you do all of this work, because the majority of your work is in your designs, right? The majority of the work is in designs. I don't care what nobody say. Labor is the most expensive piece that you can get. Okay,
Hmm.
labor. I'm gonna say it again since my partner said, labor is the most expensive piece that you can give your client. Have them pay. Look, I'm gonna give you up until 50% to hold for me to make sure that I hold your little spot, right? But I ain't doing your work until you pay me in full. I ain't doing your work until you pay me in full. Now, if you take out that time, you give them that half price and it only gives you the design, that's it. That's all you give them. All right. And you don't even give them that, but you give them that time. That half down is going to be just to hold you to doing the work. They don't get that design. Guess what? You have done your job. And that's called a retainer fee because you ain't getting nothing. You ain't getting nothing back from me unless I do a gross negligence. Okay. And then I have you to sign off to state that this design is fine. And I have checked over everything to make sure that I say that it is okay before I do anything. So that's after they paid in full. Then you have them to sign off and say that I have checked everything and I am okay with this design.
Yep.
Don't forget that part. Deposit ain't no such thing. You are doing a retainer fee. Once you do that, they give you that retainer fee, and that should be at least 50%. And you're not undercharging, right? You give
And
at
it's
least 50,
non-refundable.
and not, well, that's what I said, retainer fee. And so you got that retainer fee. It is non-refundable, and you may do your design. Okay, that's all it's gonna give you is that design. Once they pay you in full, you're going to ask them to look at the design, okay it, because they've already paid for it, okay it, and then you commence to doing the work. But that's after they paid in full. Don't make that mistake. I'm sorry, I can't say that no more than what it is. Number 10 mistake. Oh, number 9. We're on number 9. Charging by guesswork. You cannot charge by guesswork. If you don't know the price right there, I let them know I need to calculate this. Give me a day or so to calculate what it would cost for me to do it. I think that's fair. And if it's not fair, you can be unfair to yourself. And if you're unfair to them, trust me, they'll let you know. Okay. Last thing, number 10 is being afraid to say your price. Don't be. If they want to go to Little Wally, let them go to Little Wally. I hope this don't. Well, this is just us. You know what I mean? If they want to
Yes.
go to Wally, let them go to Wally because we cannot
Control
compete
that.
with what we just cannot compete with Wally. Okay,
No.
we cannot do it, and that's it. That's what it is. Okay. Thank you, Shay, for saying that. Shay says she loving the info. So as I was saying, when we go to this point, let's make sure that we're taking care of us, y'all. You're not out here doing this to make everybody happy.
No.
You out here to make a profit, and you're out here to make a difference. And you're giving
Exactly.
value. Don't forget that you're giving value. When you're giving value, you deserve what you ask for. Okay. So as we're coming to the end, unless my partner got her stuff ready and together so that she could do some of the stuff that needs to be done.
I believe I'm ready.
Okay, I'm gonna give this. Oh yeah, we're gonna go ahead and see if she can go ahead and give her a little thing. If I do want you all to see how she did this and what she did. Okay,
I'm putting the prompt in the chat, and y'all can
and we love
go on
you
and
too,
fill it in. Huh?
Katrina. Katrina say, "I just love y'all." She just don't know. We just
We
love you.
love you.
Okay. Okay, go ahead, Tracy.
Can y'all get the prompt?
I
If y'all
see
can
the
get the
prompt.
prompt, then put it in the whatever preference of your chat AI you want to use. I had already done mine,
I
but
know, but we need you to read
oh, okay.
it.
My bad.
So that they know and you can let them know where they're putting their information in at.
Okay, I'm gonna share my screen.
Okay. And then once you hit it, I think you gotta hit bring to whatever, because I got you on there.
Okay. Let me bring up my chat GTP.
Bring to stage once you have to hit your thing. Make sure you hit that square that has what
I
is
was
it?
telling it
It's
to which screen I wanted it to bring up. Can you see it?
oh, okay. Not yet. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. There we go. Got you.
Okay. I told it to give a shorter version because if y'all look up here, that's a long version of exactly what the image that I have. And I based it off of my son just trying something. So I told it to create a cinematic 3D chibi school poster featuring you add your name and you can always change it to young black boy or young black girl, the hairstyle you want them to have, their skin tone, large brown eyes, and a bright smile. He has diamond earrings and a small goatee. He's dressed in a black hoodie, reading Focus Driven Destined. He has on black cargo pants, black and white sneakers, gold jewelry, and his nickname is T Tot. When I show you the image, then you'll see it. It's a nameplate and a backpack, showing him walking confidently through his school, which is Boyd, that I gave it, the hallways using the school colors, glossy floors, lockers, banners, students, and a mascot floor graphic. You tell it to add a large varsity lettering on the left reading the name of the school. Well, it's probably his name. Don't let me lie. It's his name in large varsity letters. Um, in gold and a gold crown. That's Taylor. He's built different, made for more, and you can add whatever. You can change the bold letters to whatever you want it to say. And it's the school logo, reading the school name, the home of their mascot, and it has he has three different levels. So the the six lockers that I created were he's a thinker, a dreamer, an athlete, the leader, the son, and the friend. And it gives all these descriptions, and y'all can use the same ones, or y'all can change them. And then it's luxury black, gold, navy, and white palette, polished 3D animation style, realistic textures, cinematic lighting, crisp typography, portrait format, full body, no cropped feet, no distorted hands, no duplicate characters, and no misspelled words. And this was the image that
Oh, that's
came up here.
nice, Tracy.
But actually, I changed the name. It's actually changed to Boyd. But on this one right here, it's showing it put his name as the name of the school. So it went back and corrected it. But it's Boyd now. And I originally showed this image to Stephanie, and we decided to change to him being at school. So I told her to make the six images into lockers, if y'all can see that.
Yes.
So I've already downloaded it. And so now we'll go over to Canva. And I've already bought up the template for the back to school items. I'm
We're
going
still
to,
looking at your chat GPT.
oh, y'all are?
Uh-huh.
Let me, come on. Okay, let me say, okay, come on. And I don't want to change my screen. You gonna stop that?
Somebody
Don't
talking
let.
to the screen like me.
Yes.
Somebody talk to the screen like me. Somebody talking
So
to the
let me.
screen like me.
So let me stop sharing that one. Let me go back in it. Let me go back to share because it my computer's acting funny today,
Did you
and
hit
it's
whole?
temperamental like a man to me.
Did you hit whole screen?
Huh?
If you hit
No,
whole
I should
screen,
have.
okay, but you can do it again.
Okay.
Go ahead and
Share screen. Okay. Come on.
I gotta when you hit
Can you see
share.
it?
Okay, got you.
Okay. Dang. I didn't
It's
know I had
coming.
that many screens up.
See, and that's what I had to do too. I'm learning that y'all, whenever y'all get y'all lives, if you're using this stuff, make sure that you go in there and you you get rid of some of those things that's on your screen. Just hit whatever you
Okay,
want.
Canva. Can you
Okay.
see it?
Yep.
Okay.
Make it as
So now
big
I'm going to
like fill up
upload.
the screen. Make it fill up the screen, full screen, because it's not. Okay, there you go. All right.
Okay, so I think we said we were going to do the we're going to do the oh, we're going to do the mock-up.
Mhm.
So his image is going to come in. See? There's Boyd.
Yeah, him name is.
So we're going to hover over like the
Yes, and it.
crayons
Yes.
even though it cut off his head. Do the water bottle.
Why I have to do it 3 times? You only had to do it once. I'm
I don't
jealous.
know.
I am so jealous.
Why? It cut him off, but we get the gist of it for now. Put him, he's on the glue. And we may have to adjust it.
I did real
Crayola.
good, didn't I, on that thing? I made that Crayola box.
Yes, you
I'm so
did.
proud of myself. And if you all want, I don't know if you may want this. If you want it, just let me know, and I will send you this piece so you can do
Um,
your mock-ups on it. I know that I had never seen the that Crayola, but I mean not what is it, a jot box? Yeah, I had never seen that,
mm-hmm.
and I haven't seen the pencils that I use. Well, my grandbabies. The only reason why I did it because my grandbabies love them pencils, and that's what they like. So that's what I use.
See, and with the paper mate, it didn't.
Oh, you know what it is? You got to
I'd have to adjust it.
you have to there you
There
go.
it is.
It's what
There's
it
the
is.
because that's leg, correct?
I don't know. I think you have to with those
That's
because
the
it
leg.
has several. Which one call it? So what you have to do is you un un ungroup it before you put it in there.
Yeah, for this one, the last one is the ink, the lead.
Yeah, the lead pencils, and those are grouped together, all of them. So you might have to ungroup it. I don't know.
Okay, let me see. I haven't tried it yet, but
All right, it's there.
oh,
Hey,
yep. And I'll have to go in there and adjust it probably because,
but we get the gist.
like we saw, it cut it like on some of it cut his head off.
Good. It's there. Yes. You got it. Love it.
Go away now. I don't need you now. So there's the mock-ups.
All right. Traci, that's awesome. I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it.
Yeah, and I think
So,
on that book bag, I'm gonna go in and adjust it, and
yeah.
like where it says like you see his chest, go
Mm-hmm.
in and adjust it and or either fade it out when I put it in there so that it'll be different, or take so much of it and like section it off and fill it up. You
Okay.
understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I'm loving
So
it. I'm loving it.
um I'm gonna go in before our next, and I'll take half or thirds or whatever and break it up in pieces and put it on
Okay.
there.
Okay, cool, cool. That sounds like a winner. It sounds like we got that thing going. Okay. So you
So
are,
this
let's,
is the easiest way using AI to put in a prompt and carry it over to Canva and do your mock-ups.
I love it. I love that piece though. I really, really love that piece. So yeah, but that was awesome, Traci. Yes. Yes. So let's wrap up the evening. Okay. So we've shown you how to design with confidence, build complete product collections, identify the right customers, and price with purpose. Price your work with purpose. Don't let your talent stay hidden because you're afraid to charge what your work is worth.
Yep.
Do not let your talent stay hidden because you're afraid to charge what your work is worth. Your creativity solves problems, creates memories, and brings value to people's lives. Price it like you believe it. And our final call to action is for you to subscribe to Gias Designz, subscribe to Ka-Otic Kreationz, share this four-part series with another creative entrepreneur. Comment, I'm pricing for profit. Visit the links below for classes, templates, coaching, and creative resources. Our closing remarks. All right, the back to school profit lab. Week 1 was to design. Week 2 was all to work with all products with that design. Week 3 was the right to marketing to the right customer. Week 4 was for more profit. Look, design it, brand it, profit from it. This finale is going to be the end of our series. If we have any questions before we log off, if you have any questions, you can definitely put it in the chat.
Hey, Spilling.
Hey, Spilling. Thanks for coming. Are
She
those
said,
friends in Canva? Spilling, if you have my information, send something to me or Traci, and we'll share it with you. Okay. All right. Hanging in the bushes, girl. Come out and show yourself.
them bushes get strange at night. They be dark.
You don't know what's gonna be in the bushes, baby. Hello. Okay.
Hey.
You so okay. I'm sorry. I don't know. 3309. Hello. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. If you do you all have any questions? I hope that this series has added value to you in your businesses. I hope that we have shared enough with you. I hope that you have considered this to be valuable. And again, if you have any questions before we sign out, again, like I said, reach out to one of us and we can give you the mock up for that. Because I know I added a couple of things in there, and I have no problems with sharing it with those that are on our live. That's not a problem. Now you now don't think that you could tell your friends to come if they ain't been on our lives. We look, y'all know I still got a little ghetto in me, right? Don't. But you all are more than welcome to have them. I am not gatekeeping from you all. Okay, you have the
We appreciate y'all.
we surely do. We you all have we have given the prompts that we have used, and
Shay
again,
laughing.
yeah, I know she always laughing at us, but we've given you the prompts that we've used. We are definitely here to be a service to our members, and again, we thank you. We thank you, thank you, thank you for from the bottom of our hearts for showing up. I enjoyed this series, and
I did too. I finally got to go live.
hey, ain't it the truth? Because Katrina
I,
was like, "Yay, Shay, did you get to go back?" You can see, yeah, she was like, she loved it. I'm like, okay. So you all again, follow us, and our social media information is also on the description. Just give us a little play. Have your friends to sign up if you think that this has been valuable, and again, thank you. We love you for chiming in. Uh, oh, I'm so sorry, spilling.
oh,
Yeah, take your
you're in my
time.
prayers.
Do not take your time. Okay, take your time. Do not rush
Yes.
anybody because it makes it worse. You know what I mean? I know how. I can't say I have not lost my mom, but our hearts and prayers are out for you and your family.
Yep. We're here if you need us.
Absolutely. So we are going to sign off since there are no more questions, you all. Thank you so much again for being here. And we will be talking to you all next week when we start going into our what
Sports.
our sports. And we're gonna
Sports.
get it a little bit more on the what are we gonna be doing more like on the adult side and the party side of the adult side, you know what
We
I mean?
may mix it up. We
Uh,
may mix it
we,
up.
we gonna do a little something different, you know what I mean? So yeah,
Thank you, Shay.
that's what we gonna be doing. And you all have a blessed evening, and God bless each and every one of y'all. Thank you for showing up.
We love y'all.